YouTube. This is Super Person, and you can just call me Super. Here to make another video. As you can see, I'm switching format again. I'm pretty lazy. I didn't feel like doing the dragon thing again. But hey, if you like the dragon thing, let me know. Let me know in the comment. Did you like the dragon video I did last time? With the little pictures and the faces? Granted, it wasn't done great, but for a first time ever trying that kind of thing, I think it came out okay. The faces were a little delayed, and some were in the wrong spots, but whatever. I mean, I took an hour, I threw that crap together, and it came out decently well. For me never doing it. Not great. But this video is going to be about something I think a lot of people need to hear about. The misconceptions of being an otherkin. Or Aetherian. I think there's a lot of misconceptions when people hear the term. That's why there's a lot of negativity in the community, and a lot of negativity from social things. I hear Tumblr. I've never been on Tumblr. I hear Tumblr has an otherkin thing where lots of people have lots of negativity, and that's sad. I think it's a lot. There's so many misconceptions about what we are and what we do. It sort of affects who. It's just sad. So I'm going to try and name a few misconceptions I know about, or I think are in the community, or from people. These are just my views on it, my disclaimer. I have to always put a disclaimer. If I don't say it, I'll put it in text form. My disclaimer is, of course, these are my views, my own misconceptions I think people have. I am not almighty about this. I don't know everything. My views are my own. My views are not yours. Please don't get mad at me if my views on otherkin are not your views on otherkin, because we're all unique. Okay, so anyway, moving on from that. One misconception I think happens when a lot of younger people hear about otherkin is they think about, let's say, teenagers, because generally when I see a lot of people awaken or get into the whole thing, big misconception is werewolves. Big misconception. Otherkin and Aetherians, we are not were anything. We're not were creatures. Because were creatures imply magic and shifting. Media. Like, when you think werewolf, what do you think about? You think someone who can turn into an animal. Someone who can turn into a hybrid animal. Half human, half that animal. And a lot of teenagers get into it thinking, oh, I'm a werewolf. I wouldn't use that term because that's making the misconception more. Anyone outside the community will think of media and movies when you think of werewolf, not otherkin or Aetherians. It's just the wrong word to use because we cannot physically shift. There is no magic involved. I mean, not really. It depends. I think it's a spiritual thing. Some people think it's a mental thing, a wiring, a construct of the brain, which I'm totally open for that too, honestly. I prefer to think spiritual. But werewolf, we are not. Werewolf is putting a spin on it, and a context on it that is not what we are. And I think a lot of teenagers who get into this think, oh, well, they're powerful then, they're a wolf, they're some amazing animal, they can turn into it later on, they're better than humans. Misconception 2, we are not better than humans, because, reality check, we are humans. I know, it's a sad fact. Sad. I know, man. Don't get me wrong, I would love to be a dragon. Don't get me wrong. I would love to be able to turn into a dragon and fly away. Fly away. No more dysphoria, just fly away. I would totally be gone. I don't know what I would do. I would just be so ecstatic. But you know what? You look into the mirror and what do you see? I see this. Human, girl. Human, I am. Human, you are. We are all human. Big misconceptions that we're not. No, we are all human. We all have human DNA, human brains, human. What we are is we identify as an animal. Feel like we should be an animal, have traits of an animal, have the quirks of an animal, so on and so forth, how you view it. But we are all human. So please do not call us werewolves. Don't call yourself a werewolf. And please do not say you're not human, because we are human. Big misconception, we are still human, just saying, we're human. We just view ourselves differently. We identify differently, but we are human. But the younger generation, they sort of just jump on it. Another big misconception is that, especially if you're a wolfarian, it seems, at least on YouTube, you see lots of these wolf packs. If you're a wolfarian, or a therian in general, or an otherkin, you don't have to have a pack to be a wolf, for one. Wolf packs in nature do not work like the wolf packs humans seem to create. Just saying. There are no betas and all this nonsense in wolf packs in nature from what I've seen. And I like wolves a lot, so I've watched documentaries about wolves, and they do have a slight hierarchy. There is, but it's a family. A wolf pack is just a family. It's a family of wolves, all working together to survive in the wilderness. They don't have alphas and betas. They don't fight for this territory well, they fight for territory, that's different, but they don't fight amongst themselves to keep their positions, really. Not as far as I know. I could be wrong, granted, but this is what I know. So don't feel like if you're a wolfarian, you need a pack. I mean, having that feeling of connection to other people who identify the same thing as you is great. And no one says you can have a group of friends who feel, are wolves. That's fine. Have a group of friends who are wolves, who are otherkin, who are therians like you. Wear tails if you want, but don't feel like you have to have that, and don't feel like you need to call it a pack. I mean, sure, call it a pack if you want, but don't think it's resembling the nature, a nature-created pack. Just saying. So that's another misconception, is that if you're a wolfarian, you need to have a pack, or you're a lone wolf and there's something wrong. I don't think that's an issue. I think that's sort of silly, and I think teenagers get into it and they form packs as a clique. It's like, oh, I'm the werewolf clique. See, there's that werewolf thing. Bad. Bad. I'm a werewolf with my pack. Bad. No. What you need to say is, if you're a wolfarian, it's like, I'm a wolf. I identify as a wolf, and I'm with my group of friends who are also wolves. Sure, we may call us a pack, but we know that we are not the same pack as nature's packs. But we all identify as the same thing, so we like to call it that anyway. That's fine. You can call it whatever you want. That is so fine. I'm just saying, don't, I don't know. But, yeah. And also, don't feel like you have to have a tail and collar to be a therian. Like, for example, okay, I'm a dragonkin. I don't have horns I wear, because, one, they're hard to get, and two, my phantom horns are here all the time, so why should I? They're always here, so, I mean, yeah. I'm ordering a tail for me, but I don't do it because I feel like I have to have the tail to be a dragonkin. I'm ordering the tail because I think it'd be nice to see it. To see my tail on me. On my human body. It's just something I prefer. It's a preference thing. Like, don't feel like if you're a wolf or any other animal that you have to have that tail to be another kin or a therian. You don't. How you express yourself is how you express yourself. There's no just rule. Don't feel like you have to do one thing or another. Another misconception is, tell the people who don't know who we are, when people say, oh, I'm an otherkin, I view myself as an animal and I have animal tendencies, there can be sort of a backlash and confusion with that. They go, what do you mean animal tendencies? Does that mean you're going to bite me? Does that mean you're going to growl at me? Does that mean you're going to mark your territory like an animal does? What does that mean? You're going to run around naked now? What's going on? And granted, some people may do some of those things. I'm not going to say that no one marks their territory like their animal does. But by marking, I hope you know what I mean. Yeah. The more messy marking, not like set marking. I don't think dragons do. I don't know what dragons do. I'm a dragonkin, that doesn't mean I know everything a dragon does. I'm not blessed with that knowledge. I have vague ideas. But some people may growl at people. You shouldn't just bite humans, people. You shouldn't bite other people. I said, now I'm thinking humans like separate. No. You shouldn't bite other people. Being an otherkin is not an excuse to do things. It shouldn't ever inhibit life. So it's not like, okay, some may mark their territory weird. Some may growl at people. Okay, I've done it before. I do it, okay, sometimes. It happens. It's like, but you shouldn't, like, bite someone. You should be able to control yourself not to bite someone in waking, like, in real life, when you're not shifting. It's just, you shouldn't randomly go, oh, I'm so angry at you, I'm gonna bite. I don't know. I think there's limits. You really should, it shouldn't be so that impactful. I mean, some people do have really hard times with things, and okay, I understand that. I'm not saying that if you do it, it's wrong. I'm just saying, hopefully you can, like, not bite people. There's a big misconception that people who don't know what otherkin are think, oh, you're gonna bite me now, or you're gonna growl at me, and it's like, no, we're not insane. We can control ourselves. There may be tendencies to want to do that, don't get me wrong. There are tendencies that you'll want to bite somebody, and you'll want to growl at somebody, and you'll want to do something that relates to your animal type, but we are humans and we have control. So, that is basically all the misconceptions I can think about. I hope it sort of put light to a lot of things. I don't know what else to say, really. So, I couldn't think of what else to talk about since it's like my video. Next video, guys. How to tell family members, parents, so on and so forth, that you are a Therian or an otherkin. How to come out of the animal shed to them. Or the zoo. Come out of the zoo to them. I don't know. Gotta think of a cute word. What's a cute word, guys? Like, come out of the closet for, like, gays? What's a cute word for us, like, that's animal related? And, like, come out of the barn. Come out of the zoo. Come out of the forest. Come out of the forest. Out of the woods. I think it depends where you hail from. Come out of the water, if you're, like, an aquatic thing. But, tell me a cute word. But, like always, like my video if it was helpful to you guys. Leave favorable comments. Leave interesting story comments. And leave comments if you have any questions. And I'll, of course, try to answer them if I see fit. I hope this video was helpful. And you guys all have a super day.